Trinity's latest signing, Kyle Dixon. Welcome to the club, Kyle.
Yes, thank you very much, Rob. Really appreciate it. Happy to be a part of it.
We spoke before, 26 years old and part of the experience bracket. Is that kind of what Tom Shaw outlined with you when he spoke to you?
Yeah, so you just kind of mentioned, obviously, I've played a lot of games at this level and obviously higher and lower and stuff. So I've been around non-league for a bit of time now. So yeah, he just obviously wants me to come in, be a bit of experience, help some of the young lads out. And yeah, just obviously try and impact on as many games as I possibly can.
Obviously, you've signed from Basford, pretty much involved in every game they played last season. You know what this level's about.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, started off really well, obviously at Basford and stuff, and yeah, played all the games probably up until the second lockdown. Then after that, came off the bench a few times. I think it was 2 or 3 games. So yeah, been in and around it. And then yeah, like obviously the league and stuff. Played a lot against a lot of the teams in the league and stuff. So yeah, looking forward to obviously going against some of the teams, obviously with a new club and stuff, and looking ready to hit the ground running really.
Obviously, Basford are geared up, looking for sort of for champions places, but both places. What was the draw for Gainsborough? Something similar?
Yeah, so I know Shorey and I know the assistant Shez as well. Like they're like Jake Sheridan, they're very amped up to obviously do as well as they possibly can. Climb up the league table and make sure that obviously we're kind of challenging and stuff as well. So again, that was another thing that I really wanted to kind of come to Gainsborough and try and chance my arm with these guys and try and move these up and getting back to where it was when I played against them a fair few years ago when I was at the other club that I will not mention. That was your guys' rival. So yeah, I'm looking forward to obviously getting us up and kind of challenging back up there again, maybe.
But you have had a good couple of seasons, successful in terms of playoffs, promotions. Is that what you're looking to bring? That sort of nous and know-how?
Yeah, absolutely. I've been obviously lucky enough every club really that I've played at. We've kind of been aiming for the top and, even made the playoffs or just missed out or, obviously won the league and stuff with Ilkeston. So yeah, I'm very ambitious myself. I'm always striving to do the best, push on the team and make sure that I'm as successful as possible as well as obviously the team. So, both our successes kind of come together. So really looking forward to this year. It's going to be a great year. We're going to have obviously a really good team, really young team, and yeah, I'm looking forward to doing as much as I possibly can to push us up as far as up the league table as possible.
What sort of style of play would you say best sums up your style of play for people that might not have seen you play?
Just like really, really hard working. Close everything down, even if it's a lost cause. Making sure that we're going as a team. Really quite loud on the pitch. I can be a bit annoying sometimes, probably on the pitch, because I talk a lot. But that's trying to galvanise everyone around me, and I'm just a winner. Like I just want to win. So, as long as everyone else in the team wants to kind of pull in the same direction, should be great and should be really easy to get on with obviously all the lads and stuff. So, as long as everyone wants success, we'll be pulling in the right direction. Really creative, create a lot of goals. Can score some, but I didn't score any at Basford. But the year before, scored 11 in like a half-cut season. So know where the net is. Just need to make sure that I find my shooting boots, and then yeah, just really laying on chances for other people really.
So all action and somebody that the Trinity supporters will hopefully be able to get behind.
Yeah, absolutely. I love a tackle, love all action. Tackles, passes, everything. I just love kind of getting in and around it, and I like to talk, obviously, as you can tell. So it's another thing that hopefully might be able to help all the kids and the experienced lads as well. So I'm looking forward to getting on the pitch, playing in front of the crowd. So I remember coming down to Gainsborough like a couple of times, 2 or 3 times. And it's really good. The fans are really loud, so you remember them type of places. Sorry.
Well, looking forward to seeing you in Trinity Blue and getting the crowd on your side.
Absolutely, yeah. Like I say, I love playing in front of crowds. I think every single footballer does. So it's really good that the fact that Gainsborough have a really good backing as well. So it'll be great to come down and get amongst it. hopefully have a few fans on my side, and you never know, maybe be a fan's favourite. That's the aim, eh?
Brilliant. Well, just to give the supporters that chance to get to know you a little bit more, we've got 10 quickfire questions just to sort of learn that little bit more about yourself. And
yeah.
If we start off with the team that you support.
So Notts County as a kid, like growing up and stuff with my dad. So I'd say like Notts County, but I was like, it's a bit weird because it's kind of two teams, but I had to support Man United as well. So it's kind of, my dad's forced me into Notts County when I was younger, so I just had to follow that all the way through. And then obviously I was lucky enough to play with Notts County too. So yeah, them two.
Brilliant. So touching on your best ground that you've had the opportunity to play at.
I'd say the New York Stadium. So it's Rotherham's ground. That was when I made my like EFL debut. Amazing ground, amazing pitch. I came on when I was 4-0 down. But I went on there and yeah, I loved every single minute of it. You know, the ground was amazing. The pitch was prestige. Like, it was literally unbelievable. The whole experience was class. And even though we got done 6-0, like, it was still one of the best experiences of my life. Like, being on that pitch with some very, very good footballers at the time. And yeah, that's probably definitely my favourite stadium and best memory too.
You could have said you turned it round and won 5-4 and nobody would have known. Nobody would have checked it.
You never know. There's some people that might have checked it, so I can't lie.
Who's the biggest influence on your career so far?
Great question. Probably one of the ones I'd say is actually a guy called John Curtis. And he probably doesn't know this, and he probably won't even watch this, but he used to play for Man United. And it was probably when I was like 15, I think it was, and I kept getting caught by not checking my shoulders, and I used to get like tackled a lot and smashed, and he just pulled me to one side and said, you do not check your shoulders, you need to start doing it. You know, like he used to train with like Paul Scholes and Michael Carrick and all them type of characters, and saying, you know, they're constantly heads on a swivel. So after that year, I started doing that a lot more. And yeah, like my game just went like onto another level. And then he pulled me into the office and said, you know, you've listened and you've taken on board of what we said. So I'd say he's definitely probably the biggest influence, even though I've probably never really said that before. So yeah, John Curtis is definitely up there for sure.
Brilliant. I think that leads possibly into your boyhood hero a little bit. I think I might have heard a mention of him in that last answer.
So Paul Scholes, 100%. Every time I used to watch him, I used to love his energy. You know, his goals, he can pass, he can shoot, he can cross, he can literally do everything. And when people used to talk about the debates about, you know, Lampard and Gerrard, I used to say, well, they're not even anywhere near Paul Scholes. And, you know, you see some of the things that people write, you know, Xavi and Iniesta saying, you know, Paul Scholes is one of the best footballers in the world. And for me, watching as a kid and stuff, watching him, I used to think he was an unbelievable talent. I used to love it because people used to call me Scholesy and stuff when I was at Notts, and it kind of carried through as well. And I used to absolutely love that nickname and stuff. So, yeah, definitely Paul Scholes.
If you're only a fraction of the ability-wise that he's got, then we've got a good player on our hands.
Yeah, well, hopefully. I do try a few things that obviously he's done and stuff, but like passing and long passing, I do like a long pass, and I feel like my passing's pretty good. But yeah, obviously nowhere near as good as his. But you know, maybe someone might turn around and go, "Well, actually, he's half decent." And I know another lad used to play for you. Simon Russell used to be called Scholesy as well, because I seen him obviously when I was up at North Area and stuff. So yeah, you know, hopefully I can come in and be the new Scholesy, because I know obviously he was really successful here as well. So
2 players, but again, if it's a fraction of those players, then people will be really pleased with what you've got to offer.
Yeah, fingers crossed, hopefully.
Okay. Your toughest opponent?
Oh. Don't know, to be fair. I'd probably say like in a reserve game, we actually played against Leicester, and we got absolutely done. And there was a guy called Gelson Fernandez, and he just not long scored for Switzerland against Spain, and he absolutely, like, that was the first time I've played against the guy, and I thought, wow, I'm nowhere near it. Like, and I think he scored like 4 or 5 in the game. and it was like their full first team, and it was against like our young lads, and we got absolutely battered, like 9-0. And I would say that he's probably the best one, where I looked at him and thought, could get nowhere near him. So I'd definitely probably say him in terms of playing against.
Again, that's a good benchmark for where you want to be as a player going forward. You've got to play those players to sort of say, well, this is the level that I want to be at.
Yeah, absolutely, and that was obviously always something when I was younger and stuff. I think that kind of toughened me up a little bit, and I think that was when I was 16 or 17, and then not long after I made my debut when I was 17 against Scunthorpe for the first team and stuff. So it stands you in good stead. And like I say, I was quite a rough kind of player, I would say, and kind of loved to tackle and was always ready to get stuck in. And I had quite a lot of arguments and stuff, and with some like players, and when you play like reserve games and stuff, not many of the pros really like playing in them games. So when you get stuck into them, they're not exactly happy about it. So yeah, it's quite good to rattle a few cages, shall we say.
And same again this season.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah, 100%.
Okay, bit of a shifting question. Have you got a TV series that you can recommend for binge watching, as we've still got a couple of months left to go before the season starts?
Yeah, I mean, I literally love The Office, like the American one. It's literally the best thing. Like I watch it every day in the morning before I go to work. Like I just have it on my phone, put it on the side, listen to it all the time. Even when I'm like in the shower, I'll put it on the side. I literally like love The Office. All the jokes and little cracks and stuff that they do. It's literally class. But as soon as Michael Scott leaves, I kind of restart it again. So I think I'm on probably the fourth time through. So yeah, I'm a bit of a lover of The Office.
You have to give it a bit of a watch and try and
Oh,
watch it with open eyes.
honestly, it's class. Like you won't regret it.
Okay. Have you got a claim to fame?
I think a lot of people probably expect me to say this one as well. So when Jack Grealish was at Notts County, like we was like pretty good mates. We went out a few nights out and stuff. We would used to like hang around, going casinos and stuff together, and we had like a good bond and stuff. And I still speak to him on the odd occasion. He sent me a shirt the other week, which was amazing. And also, I got engaged yesterday, and he put a nice little message on Instagram as well. So he's probably my claim to fame. And I know, well, Wes Morgan as well, kind of, and Julian Bett. There's quite a few, but he's definitely the one that's kind of the biggest claim to fame, shall we say. So
we might come along and watch you some point next season.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know about that. He's probably too busy going to win the Euros for us. So he'll probably be too busy celebrating that and hopefully doing as well as he can at Villa. If he stays at Villa, who knows?
Oh, maybe his best mate might know.
Well, I wouldn't say we're best mates. I'd just say we kind of just catch up every now and then. But yeah, he's a good guy, and the best thing about him is he's not really changed, like from obviously when he was at Notts and stuff to where he is now. He's obviously matured a bit, like a lot more, but he's still the same guy. Like whenever I message him or he'll message me, he's still the same guy, which is obviously great. So yeah, he's a top man.
The sort of player you want to see do well, then.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. And like I say, he's very good. Even when he came as a 17-year-old, I used to think this guy is very good. It was him and Callum McGregor came in, and you just think, wow, like that is the standard. But yeah, 100%. I'd love for him to, be England captain one day and be really successful this Euros and World Cups to come. So, like I say, he's a class player. So yeah, I just wish him all the best and hope he does as well as he can.
All right. 3 items that you take on a desert island with you to while away the boredom.
Oh, that's a great question. I'd probably take some beers, just to have a bit of a laugh, even if it's just for one night. I'd take a pack of cards just to keep myself busy. And definitely, I would take some sun cream because I don't want to get burnt, because I get burnt very easily, like very pink in the face now because of yesterday. So yeah, I'd definitely take it. Yeah, exactly. It's not great. Yeah. So I'd definitely be taking strawberry blonde. That's what it is.
Curse of the photographer.
Exactly.
Yep. All right. 4 people, living or dead, that you'd have round for dinner.
Paul Scholes, 100%. Michael Scott off The Office, and Dwight off The Office as well. And then, I don't know, maybe Beyonce, just someone nice to look at, eh?
Just to mix it all up a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can't get to say too much more on that.
Might do a singing performance at the end.
Exactly. All right, and just to finish off, a prediction for next season. Whatever you like, from Euros to Premier League to Gainsborough Trinity. Choice is yours.
I'd say England will win the Euros. And then we'll qualify for World Cup. Well, 100% we should, but we will anyway. And I'd say Gainsborough, I reckon, will finish in the playoffs.
Very good.
So that's my prediction.
Well, look forward to all three of those coming true. And if they do, we'll have had a very successful year.
Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely.
Scalzi, thank you very much for your time.